Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I am Mrs. Crockett, and today I'm going to be ranting about cafe racers and the distinguished gentleman's ride. So today is the distinguished gentleman's ride all over the globe, and unfortunately in my city nobody seems to be organizing a run. So I briefly considered doing that and getting in touch with the organization and sending them an email trying to find out what I need to do to organize a run. So I went into their website and I got to know a little bit more about the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. I really like the idea that they are trying to raise awareness and money for men's health issues. Particularly this year, I think it's the first year that they're raising awareness and money for issues related with mental health. Depression is a bitch, and a lot of men actually suffer from it, but they never talk about it to anybody else because, well, they feel it's embarrassing. And I believe it's something that we really need to raise awareness for, and we really need to talk to each other basically and tell each other that, dude, it's okay to suffer from depression. It happens. It's a health issue. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's something that you need to talk with your doctor or your family or somebody else that can help you. So I was really motivated to do something about it and to help. But then I stumbled into something that really irked me. Because in order to be a part of the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, not only do you have to wear some dapper clothes, but you also need to be riding a bike that conforms with their style guidelines. You can't just show up or participate with any bike. It has to conform with the style issue. It has to be either a cafe racer or a modern classic or a vintage bike, and that in a way pissed me off and turned me off participating in this event and this initiative, because why would you want to restrict the kind of bikes that can take a part in this event? I get it, it's a style thing. They want everybody looking the same, and it's the identity of the event, but really, I mean, take this into account. Imagine that somebody else has a bike that doesn't conform with the style issue, but he still wants to give back, and he still wants to be a part of it. Why would you block that person? And I'm not really talking about me, because my bike could be considered a modern classic, so I would fit into the style guidelines of the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. And so that didn't make it won't affect me personally. If I want to be a part of it, I can. Other than having to go to Lisbon or Porto, because in Coimbra there's nobody organizing it. But it really made no sense to me. Why would you block the entry of participants in your event, raising charity and raising awareness for men's health issues, just because of the type of bike that they wear? I mean, yeah, in part that's the issue of it. Oh, cool. Other bikers. Because exactly that. You see, this group had like 2 choppers and a sport tourer. I mean, these people don't. These people ride together even though they have different bikes. What would the issue be? I mean, if it's the distinguished gentleman's ride, I mean, if you dress yourself all dapper and pretty or whatever, and you show up in an R1, why would you be blocked entering it? It makes no sense in my mind. It makes absolutely no sense. And that maybe has something to do with the cafe racer state of mind. I don't know. The cafe racer crowd kind of rubs me the wrong way. Because it's turned to something that it wasn't originally, and I feel in some ways that it has betrayed the original ethos of the thing. I mean, cafe races started with guys that knew mechanics wrenching on their own bikes, trying to make them faster. It was a grassroots thing, and now it's not. It's a style thing. It's a lifestyle thing. It's a fashion. It's brands. It's everything that it wasn't originally. And don't get me wrong, I actually like cafe racers. I like the look. I even enjoy some of the art associated with cafe racers. I really dig the aesthetics and the photo work and some of the video work that is done. And then I'm not judging people. I'm sure that there are plenty of guys into cafe racers that are really good guys, and they're not all that into that lifestyle brand shit that is associated with cafe racers. But I feel like it's something that's lost its way. It's like it's turned into this exclusive club in which you have to wear the right clothes and have the right helmet and have the money essentially to have a custom bike. And there's something kind of elitist and shitty about it that I don't particularly enjoy. Again, I'm not judging people that enjoy cafe racers. All the best to you. I'm not judging you all. I'm just talking about how I feel about it from the outside. So don't get this in the wrong way. If you're on 2 wheels and you enjoy what you're doing, man, you're a brother to me. We share the same passion. So don't get me wrong. If you're into the whole cafe racer thing and you firmly believe you're firmly in the movement or whatever, man, all the best to you. I respect that. You're free to do whatever you want. But for me, there's something there that's been lost. Something that has been transformed into something else, and I don't really feel I can be a part of it. Plus, there's another thing that really pisses me off, and I know a lot of kids are really impressionable, and they want to get into this cafe racer thing, and so they go out and they buy an old bike, and they have absolutely no idea what they are doing. And I'm talking about, and they chop it up, and they mess it up real bad. Not only in terms of safety, that should be the first and the main thing. They sometimes make the bikes unsafe, but they also make the bikes fucking ugly. It's really hard, and it takes a lot of expertise to make a custom bike and to change a bike into something else that looks good. And kids just think they can do it with an angle grinder, and they fuck it up. I've seen some truly horrible cafe racers in the street just because that kid bought an old bike and thought that he could make a cafe racer, and a cafe racer that would look good. And in my mind, he'll regret it in the long run. Granted, one of the aspects of cafe racers that I think is really cool is that they actually salvage bikes that were dying, that were left rotting away somewhere, and they take those bikes and they do something new with them, and that's cool because those bikes were dead, and they rescued them. But then there's the other side of the coin. There are a lot of vintage bikes, I mean, that were perfectly fine, that were classics. Oh, that house is really cool. And they are just simply butchering them. And it's not an improvement. And for me, that's heart-wrenching. Because you're turning a perfectly fine bike into something that it was not supposed to be, and that is really not all that cool. And that pisses me off. But anyway, not really trying to judge people. I mean, you guys do whatever you want. Just putting some stuff out there and clearing that out of my mind. So if you are really into that cafe racer thing, please don't be mad. I'm really not judging you. Enjoy your bike. Have fun with your friends. Ride the shit out of it. And if I see you on the street, man, I'll give you props for doing the thing, for being stylish, for living the dream, making part of the movement. I'll be enjoying my bike in a different way. But hey, it takes all kinds, so all the better. There's space for everyone. So I guess that's it. I'll wrap it up. I actually think that I've gone longer than I thought I would. So I guess this is it. Major sprocket out. Stay safe on the road and enjoy your bikes. Bye bye everyone.